Hi there, I'm Chef Celeste, and welcome to my Louisiana kitchen, where I'll take you all around Louisiana through food. On today's episode, we are making my bacon jam. This is a restaurant favorite. It's one of our staples. So stay tuned and we'll get right started. So on the bacon jam, there's not a lot of ingredients. It's just good ingredients. So we have bacon, and these are actually our bacon ends and pieces that we accumulate in the restaurant. You know, you're gonna break some of the bacon. I don't like for it to break, but we have no waste. So this is what we do. So that's already been rendered off. So now I'm just gonna cut my onion. I have my pan heating in the back, and I'm just gonna caramelize my onions. And we're gonna add some sugar in there. We're gonna add an acid in there. So I'm gonna add some lemon juice. And of course, it has to have my honey mustard in there. You can add rum in there if you want to. I hadn't been adding the rum in there lately because I find a lot of people, when I'm making it in bulk, prefer it without. But we're gonna use a large onion because this goes a long way. This actually goes on my breakfast sandwiches, so you'll see that in a little bit. And this is just one of the fun things that I like to do. I like to play around with breakfast. So on Saturday mornings at the bistro, it's just all about the breakfast. So, and you'll get a chance to see that. So now let me bring that pan over, put it down here so it's easy for me to put it in. And one thing that people, well, my staff knows this already. You may not know this here, but I enjoy being in the kitchen by myself. It's a nice, relaxing time. You can get in here and just play around, you know. I like to see when the flames start to come up. You're gonna see that in a minute. I'm gonna crank this on high and let it go a little bit more. But this is how what I like to call it, is keeping myself amused. This is what I do. So I need a little bit more oil in there. Or you can use the rendering from the bacon. I happen not to have any here because this was the leftovers. But you just take it, just give it a good little shake. Look at that. All right, now sugar is ready to go in. This is 1.5 cups of sugar. And believe it or not, it's not gonna be overly sweet. It's gonna balance out with the bacon. Once we get the bacon in there, with the acid, once that goes in there, all of that is just gonna come together. So I'm gonna let that go for a minute. So one of the sandwiches that we put this on is our smoked ham and cheese. It's a ham sandwich. It has croissant, ham, cheese, spinach, tomato. And then this is like, you know how you would spread mayonnaise? Well, we spread bacon jam. So sometimes when our first timers come down and they have not tried the smoked ham and cheese sandwich, if they're getting something else, I'll just put a little bacon jam on the side so they can taste the bacon jam. And the one question that I get is, do you sell the bacon jam in jars? And the answer is no, I don't. So you're really getting a secret here right now. So this is what we do with the bacon jam. All right, so now we have the bacon going in. Let me see, I have some pieces that are still a little bit large that did not crumble up. So just take it, tear it. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. All right, now put that in. Every piece of bacon is going in here, all of it. So now I'm gonna stir that up. We're gonna add the, yes, I'm touching this with the bacon hand, because watch, we're about to use all of that. That's the last of that. Put that in there. Stir it up a bit. And just let it cook. This cooks for about half an hour, 45 minutes, while I'm in the kitchen getting my shrimp and grits ready. This will be cooking. So I'm gonna push this to the back, and I'm gonna grab another pot, and we're about to make shrimp sauce, okay? We'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna get started on the shrimp sauce. I have 3135 peeled and deveined shrimp that's going into the pot right now. It is, of course, Gulf shrimp, so I don't do imports. And let's get complicated here real quick. I'm going to show you the restaurant version of the seasoning blend that actually goes into the shrimp and grits. So you ready? This is what goes into the shrimp and grits. The Creole garlic. For the amount that I'm making, that's about, I'll put about a half a jar in there. Funny story, this is actually why I have the Creole garlic in a jar. Because I would make this mixture up every day, or just about, to make the shrimp sauce, and I would just make it in big tubs, and people would always ask about the seasonings and everything. So that's how I ended up putting the seasoning in a jar. The honey mustard came about from the sauteed shrimp salad. I would just make the shrimp sauce in the pan while I was sauteing the shrimp to pour on top of the salad. So people would ask, you know, what could I do for them to take home? And that's how this came about. So all the products came out of necessity from the restaurants. So we're just gonna let this cook for a little bit. This is getting started. And remember, we're at my kitchen here in Neuromed, but it's gonna actually finish up at my kitchen in downtown Baton Rouge at Chef Celeste Bistro downtown. So that's another story. I'm telling y'all a lot of stories today. When the designer was putting the bistro together downtown, I didn't have this one here in Perkins Road. And on the paper, she put on there Chef Celeste Bistro downtown. I was like, take that downtown off. You know, just say Chef Celeste Bistro. She's like, well, what if you have more than one? I'm not gonna have more than one. And here we are today. So Claire, good thinking ahead, okay? So we're gonna let this cook. Only thing I'm gonna add in here is a little bit of flour to thicken that up. You'll see that in the morning because we're getting started at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning so that I can have breakfast ready for you all and anybody else that wants to come and eat. The bacon jam will be ready.